What's up, everybody? It's all good in the neighborhood. Done driving for the day. I started real early. I want to wait till I stop to give you all the video so you ain't got to endure this engine. What's going on with everybody? How are you? Me too, posted in Louisville. That's my favorite city outside of Chicago. That's a city that my childhood hero was born in, Muhammad Ali. For all who don't, for all who don't know. Yeah, I'm in. I think something went on. What the heck are they doing? Yeah, I used to love that movie when it came out, The Greatest, with Muhammad Ali in it. I used to love Muhammad Ali, baby. Yeah, but I'm done driving for the day. I'm posted up. I'll take care of the rest tomorrow. Carvana, huh? Hauling them cars. Some people, I wanted to do that when I first got into trucking, but that's a female there driving that truck. But it's a lot of work putting them cars up there like that. Got to crawl on the side and all that climbing. All right, man, I'm good. I'll stay doing tanks. Yep, keep doing tanks, baby. Cause they gotta really work for their money in the cold, in the rain, in the hot sun. Strap all them cars down. They do about 100,000. I guess depending on what brand of car they drive, they might could do more than that. To me, it just ain't worth it. There's too much work you got to do. Well, somebody stole my man's truck, or what happened? Something is wrong. I see they got the manager, the employees out here in the parking lot. I wonder what happened. I hope ain't nobody stole his truck. You gotta watch. You gotta watch when you come in these truck stops. To run out, leave your keys in the truck running. You come back, your truck will be gone. Yeah, you never know. So you gotta be careful. Cause she worked. No, maybe no. I thought I saw her in there working, so I don't know if she works for the McDonald's or what. Or she just work in the truck stop. But he's walking around like he's missing something. I wasn't paying no attention, so I don't know. Yeah, very nice. Oh yeah? Yeah, I'm gonna have to whenever I get a chance, the next time I don't never really end up having to take my break there. I always pass through there. I go through there a lot, but I very rarely take my break there. One day I'm gonna have to take a break and go there and see that, because I would definitely love to see that. That was my man, boy. Muhammad Ali couldn't tell me nothing. Couldn't tell me nothing. Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. I wanted to be a boxer and everything. Sure did, because of him. And I hated, oh my God, I hated Larry Holmes. After he beat Muhammad, well, I hated him and I hated Joe Frazier. I hated both of them, especially Larry Holmes, especially when he beat Muhammad Ali up that last time. Man, I'm like, man, I want to take out a honey bun hit out on Larry Holmes. I get somebody a whole case of honey buns if they do something to Larry Holmes. I ended up rocking with him after that because he was a good champion, but I just didn't like the fact he beat my man in order to do it, you know. But he was a good champion. I started rocking with him after that. Once I saw he was really dedicated to the sport. But man, I was salty that he had beat Muhammad Ali like that. It was embarrassing. I felt so bad. That's why I kind of low-key felt pretty good when Mike Tyson fought Larry Holmes, and he said that this fight is dedicated to Muhammad Ali, and he was going to extract some get back. I was like, yeah, get him, Mike, get him, get him, Mike, get him. You know, cause I just wanted his butt kicked just for that, and sure enough, Tyson knocked him down twice. I think he got a TKO on him, so knocked him down twice, and he was unconscious almost. So they saved him. Yep, that was the fight game, baby. Yes, indeed. I wanted to fuel y'all to get in the room. I want to talk to y'all some serious stuff. Let me see. I like Larry Holmes, but I learned to appreciate Ali as I learned more about him. Yeah, well, I saw that movie, The Greatest, back then. I was in elementary. I think I was in elementary. Went on a field trip to the movies, and that was the first time I had got introduced to him, I believe, and I was loving it. Where have you been all these days, bro? We was getting worried about what? I've been around. I've been posting videos to let you know I'm still around. I posted a couple videos. Plus I did a live. I just didn't do a live when I didn't do one when. I didn't do one today. That was it. I'm here now. I did one yesterday. Did one the day before that. Plus I put up a couple videos. So I'm like, well everybody thinking where I'm worried about me like something happened. No, my throat was sore from just yelling the other day, so I wanted to give it a little break to heal up. You know, I ain't used to talking so much, so my throat was hurting. So it's feeling a lot better today. Plus I got some throat spray, and that's helping. So I just wanted to give it a little break today. That's why I'm coming on. I drove all day today too. I got up around 4, so I've been driving since 4 o'clock. So I'm already done for the day. So I said at least I can give y'all a video without y'all having to listen to the motor. So I think that's what I'm gonna try to do. That way I'm not driving and trying to do it, because a lot of folks are worried about, oh, you're gonna be in an accident. Even though I've been doing this, but I think y'all right. I need to listen and try to wait till I stop driving, and then that way I can just give you all a video from wherever I'm at. Like now I'm at the parking lot. It's still early, so let me give y'all a video now, and we ain't got to listen to the engine, and I ain't got to be trying to pay attention to driving and all that. So I can read your comments and all that. So, well, then, man, everything is good. God is good. So feel good. My throat feels better. Everything is good. Yeah, everything is good. Just wanted to come on and show my face and let y'all hear my voice. And I wanted to talk to you all about some things. And I wanted to get into envy. That's right. Appreciate that, Omar. Yeah, I wanted to talk about envy. The envy of African people. Whether you all know it or not, we are the most hated people on planet Earth. And what it really is, people are very envious of us. Okay? And so a lot of folks might want to know, like, because in our minds, we haven't done nothing to the world for them to be feeling this kind of way about us. But I think what it comes down to is what our ancestor Francis Cress Welsing said. It's the rest of the world is involved in genetic survival, or they're trying to prevent genetic annihilation. And what it really is, and we need to understand, is that we have very strong genetics. By us being the original people of God and the original inheritance of this planet, we have the strongest genes amongst any other Homo sapiens on the planet. So I think we are the only ones that don't know this. Let me see, what was that question? Can I ask why you practice religion? You never heard me say, think about practicing religion. I practice spirituality. You haven't heard me talk about religion like that. Spirituality is what I'm more concerned with. But anyway, yeah, the other folks on the planet are in a race to prevent genetic annihilation, because we have such dominant genes, and so that they have created a system. Say no more. So no more. It might be. Don't don't try to hold me to it. I might give you one from the road. Just depends. But I'm gonna try to wait till we break down. It depends on the certain factors. There's not a lot of folks on the road, then good. If it is good, because I could always, because it's kind of hard. And I've been looking at some of the videos too, and it's like the the signal has to jump, the towers, so it's getting a little, it's not really looking clear on the videos, and it's kind of hard to hear over the motors. So we just have to figure it out. It shows if you don't read the comment. I can't help it. It's kind of hard. It's kind of hard not to read the comments, that's why I say I probably still give you some from the road, because I know a lot of folks still want to see. So we're gonna figure out something. Maybe I'll have to get a different kind of camera that could really pick it up. So we might see. We might try to invest in a better camera down the road. But anyway, let me get to these points I wrote down earlier. So I want to get into envy so we can understand what envy is and how it shows up in our daily life, because I've seen a lot and I hear a lot of things since I've been coming on YouTube, and I've seen a lot of folks been when they get attacked or whatever, and you get all these trolls, right? And a lot of things that they're doing, a lot of things that people do, these things have names to them. And I wanted to go over some of these names, so when this stuff is happening in the chat, or people that come among us are saying these things, or even if some of us are saying some of these things, we can be able to basically pull each other's coattail and say, stop that, because you're doing this. This is what you're doing, whether you know it or not. These things that we do have names, so we got to start naming stuff so people can be aware of it, so we can learn to try to root these things out, even in our own behavior, and definitely root it out when we're dealing with enemies of African people. All right. And what I got here is 5 types of people to avoid. They're called enviers. Okay. Without looking anything up, anybody want to take a crack at the 5? That way you just won't sit up. It could kind of be interactive. So we got 5 types. Anybody want to take a crack at any one of the 5? Don't be scared. Okay, don't be scared. This is a learning time. We're gonna remember we're gonna learn over here too. We're gonna see the world. We're gonna, you know what I'm saying, be on our rebuild Africa, but we want to be learning too. So these are some of the things that we need to be learning, so we can be able to avoid some of these pitfalls. Okay. Well, anybody want to take a crack at the 5? Come on, I know we got 11 people over here. We should have more likes too. Everybody that just came in, hit the like button, please. Come on, I know we got some brave souls out there. Come on, somebody try. Everybody scared? I know y'all ain't scared. Y'all scared? I got it right here. I know y'all not scared, are you? We ain't got no answers popping up yet. Nobody? We got no. I missed that. What's the question? The question is, right? We got 5 types of people to avoid. They call enviers. So it's people who envy others, right? And so it's 5 types of people that we want to avoid. So you want to take a crack at one of the 5. That's the question. It's 5 types of enviers, people who envy, right? They got names to it. So when these people are doing these things, either here on YouTube or in your personal life, you will know who they are and you'll know where these things are coming from. So you'll be able to identify these type of people. Gossipers is good, but that's not one. That's a good, see, that's what I'm talking about. I'll give you a little clue. That's a good one, but not gossipers. No. I see you, Jay Lee. No. Jealousy, no. Any more tries? All right, let me give y'all some. One is called the levelers. Okay, like a level, like you put a level and you leveling something. So what these people do, what they do is they come in, and whatever you have done, no matter how much work you put in, God is good, bro. Yeah, exactly. They call levelers. Okay, so whatever you do, far as work, no matter how much work you put in any project or you completed a project, they're gonna always come in and level it down, right? What they do is try to take you off of the pedestal that you created for yourself with your work. It ain't like somebody just gave you nothing. Whatever work you created or you completed or whatever task you completed, when they hear about it, they try to level it down. They call levelers, okay? So when you're telling people something, oh, I just went around the world, that's nothing. Or for instance, when I showed that guy a few weeks ago, I showed him this, and he was like, oh, you have a passport to a poor nation, but that person doesn't have one, so he tried to level me down, right? Oh, you got a passport to a poor nation, even though this is a big deal. It's called leveler. They try to level you down, right? No matter how much work you put in, they're going to try to bring it down. They call levelers. So next time y'all with people and you're telling them positive things that you have done, work that you didn't put the time and effort in, they're going to try to bring it down. So now you know to watch out for this person. They envy you, okay? Watch out for them. And we have this happening a lot, especially individually and collectively. Yes, and collectively, okay? Let me turn it around so y'all can see what's going on. Excuse me. So when they try to do us collectively, what they do is when we point out the majesty and the history of African people and what we have did to contribute to civilization, right? Every ethnic group on the planet always try to level us down, basically saying we haven't contributed to civilization. They try to make it seem like the black man has never done nothing in world history, not knowing that everything that they do and they stole from us basically, and have been teaching that we haven't contributed to civilization at all. So they try to level down our great history, right? So that's how they do it collectively, and then let's do the same thing as an individual. So that's number one. Number two is basically what they call slackers. Okay, what they do is these folks want praise for themselves, right? So they'll come in, oh, I want to do this, I'm doing this, I'm doing this, I'm doing this, but they never actually do the work. So if you are doing the work and you're getting ahead, right, these folks are going to envy you because they're slackers, right? They talk a good game, but when it comes to doing work and actually putting in the work, they won't do it. And if they see you put in the work, they're going to try to come in and discourage you. Oh man, why you doing that? That's seeming really hard. Now, we've had that on this channel. When I started telling people about the community that I want to build, I've heard a few folks come over here and say, man, you can't get that many black people on the same page, right? That's basically a slacker. They have no intention on doing nothing themselves, so they got to try to come in and discourage me from doing it because this is something that I want to do. So these are slackers, okay? We got another one called the status friend. This is number 3. The status friend is you and another individual are friends, and when you tell them something positive that you have accomplished, right? Instead of them congratulating you and helping you celebrate, what they do is they immediately start telling you all of the great things they have done. So they try to one-up you, as they say. So if I say, hey man, I just graduated from college, then they're going to be like, oh yeah, what you graduated with? Oh, I just graduated with a BA. Then they're going to say, oh, that ain't nothing. I graduated with a master's. You got to get like me. That's your status friend. People like this, you get away from, because they're trying to sabotage you and they try to belittle all of your accomplishments. And it's called the status friend, right? So, and I know plenty of people like this. And when you look at that as an individual, that's what they do. Now, collectively, African people collectively, whenever we get something, this is how it plays out on the world stage. Whenever we get something collectively as black people, as African people worldwide, they try to minimize, or they always talk about the greatness of what they've done. Okay, so if we try to come up with something like some form of new energy, right, they'll come along and always have something better to trump whatever we do. But the thing we usually come up with is something that's renewable. They don't want nothing renewable because we still have too many fossil fuels that they still coveting and getting out the ground. So that's how they be basic, what we call status friends collectively, right? So we got to watch that. Number 4 is the attachers. Okay, the attachers. And what they do is you tell them, like if you say, yeah, I did this, I did that, and they'll say, oh yeah, well yeah, I've done that too. Or you say, well, I played basketball today and I won at basketball. Oh, that ain't nothing. I won at basketball 3 games in a row last week. Or if you go out and buy a car, oh, what kind of car did you buy? Oh, I bought a Hellcat, or I bought a Charger SRT. Oh, that's what you bought. Oh, I bought a Hellcat last week, or I bought a Demon, or I bought a Corvette. Right? They're gonna always try to attach themselves to whatever it is that you've done, right? Because they don't like what you did. They envy you. So you got to watch out for these folks that do this, because they are envious of you doing whatever it is that you're doing. So you have to like be mindful of that, because if you're trying to do things and do things right and exact, and if you trust this person, then you're gonna go to them for advice, and their job is to get you off the path. Okay, they'll get you off the path. If you could go to them, and I've seen this happen before, you'd be like, man, you think I should get this car? How much does the car know? Oh, it's $900 a month. Yeah, I think you should get it. Now, I know I needed somebody to talk to tell me not to get it, because technically I can't afford $900 a month. But since this person is envious of me and they want to ultimately see me fail, they'll say, yeah, go ahead and get the car. Then if I listen to them and get it, and then can't maintain and can't keep it, then they'll be like, yeah, you never should have got it. But they was the one that told you to get it. So those are the attachers, right? I don't agree with 90% of what you say is the 10% that have me watching. Well, that's what you say, David. But I guarantee you, when I asked the question, you didn't have an answer for none of these things. This ain't got nothing to do with what I'm saying. This is the reality. It ain't like I made these things up. This stuff was made up before I was born. So the fact that you saying that you don't agree with 90% of what I'm saying, that shows that you don't. Apparently, you don't understand what's going on, what I'm talking about, and why I'm saying it. Because if I ask you what's the fifth one, I bet you can't tell me. What's the fifth type of person you need to avoid, right? People who are envious of other folks. What's the fifth one? Now let's see if you got something to say now, David D. What's the fifth person you should avoid? And you can look these up for yourself, so it ain't what I say. The fact that you even said that shows me that you're not really sure what I'm talking about. Why you don't know the answer? You see what I'm saying? Like, why you don't know the answer? This is what I'm talking about. How you don't agree with 90% what I'm saying, and what I'm saying is easily can be looked up by anybody. So it ain't what I'm saying, is what anybody can look up. I'm just decided to put a light on it, so we can be aware that these type of people exist. And anytime we're trying to do something positive, these people are going to come out the woodwork. So we got to be able to identify these folks, right? So we can keep getting done whatever it is we're trying to get done. And that's my point. So you have no answer for what I'm saying. Okay, the fifth one is the insecure master. Now I just told you what the answer is. You want to take the opportunity to explain to me what is the insecure master, David D. I gave you the answer. Now you explain to me, give me the definition of what insecure master means. Because if you only agree with 90% of what I'm saying, apparently you know the answers to all these things. So give us the definition of what the insecure master means. Are we waiting, David D? What's the definition? I'm the first to say I'm still learning. Stop talking things. Stop taking things so personal. No, how am I taking it personal by asking you to give me the definition? How am I taking it too personal just asking you to give me the definition? You the one jumped up and said that you don't agree with 90% of what I'm saying. So, okay, nobody told you to say that, right? You said it because you wanted to. That's fine. All I'm saying is I gave you the answer, right? You said you didn't know, so I gave you the answer. And now I'm just asking you to define it. I'm not taking it personal because it's not my information. This information been on the books before I was even born, sir. So you're making it seem like it's my information, and that's not even accurate. So that's the reason what I'm saying. So apparently you know more than me. We'll give you the opportunity to prove it. I'm not upset with you. I just want you to prove what you're saying. You say you only believe in 90%. Okay, cool. Give us a definition. Give us a definition. I gave everybody a chance to answer these questions. Nobody answered. And I know You don't hear nobody talking like this. So eventually somebody got to bring this out, because all these things people do, they've been doing them on this channel. They do it to me in person. I see it being done on the world stage. So we go through these things. Ain't nobody taking the time to point it out so we all aware what the heck is going on. That's why I'm bringing this up. And the fact is, I went to university to become a teacher. We need these very important, talking about everybody who has a purpose, I guess. Let me answer the question, because David D, he's all over the place. The insecure master is the person that's above you. So this would be like your supervisor, right? Your foreman, your supervisor, or somebody you work with, okay? If you're having individual success, whether in your personal life or in your professional life, people like this that's insecure, that's over you, they're gonna feel a certain kind of way if you're having too much success, either in your personal or business life. So you have to be careful of that, because what they will do is they'll hear what you're doing, right, and see that you're happy because you're accomplishing things. And what they do, they throw a monkey wrench in your plans by figuring out a way to fire you off your job. Now this has happened to a few people that I know. Okay, this is another reason why I'm bringing it up, because I remember when I was bringing it up to this person, they did the same thing David D did. What up? What up, Lee? They did the same thing David D did, right? They act like they don't understand what I'm talking about. And so I used to tell that person, this is back when I was selling real estate, and I had sold a person a house, right? Went to college with him, sold him a house, and we would be over his house playing chess after I sold him the house, right? So he's telling me about his job, because, you know, me and we sitting there playing chess, so we talking about our, you know, prospective work or whatever, what we're doing. And he was telling me all the great things he was doing at work. So I'm all happy for him, no problem, okay? But then when he told me that he worked, his manager was a female, and I was like, so are you like doing all these projects? Is she okay in these projects, or is she collaborating with you on these projects, or is it just you doing these projects? And he said, really, it's just him. And I told him, I said, well, maybe you might want to fall back and try to include your management staff and the rest of the office around some of your ideas, so it's not like you're coming up with all the ideas for the whole office. And he was like, why would I do that? And I'm like, because it sounds like to me you're creating silent enemies. I said, your manager probably is an insecure master. When she see that you're so intelligent, because this brother was super duper smart. He was super duper book smart, right? I said, they're gonna be envious of you because they don't expect black men to be this intelligent. You're working around all these Europeans, and you're the only black man, and you coming up with all the ideas for the whole office, right? And you're trying to take the credit, which rightfully so, you should take the credit for those, but you're making them look bad and they over you. I said, so if you're not careful, they're gonna find reasons to try to get rid of you. No matter how great you're doing, no matter how much money you save in the company, no matter how much money you make in the company, they don't care about that. They care about the image. What kind of image is that portraying, that a black man can come in that's coming up with so many things for the whole office, where all of those people are college educated folks too, and they're not coming up with all these things, okay? I said, they're gonna be envious of you. And he thought I was tripping. Oh man, you're tripping, don't worry about it, I'm fine. You know, they love me there. I'm like, okay, maybe I'm wrong. But it's a real thing. Insecure master is a real thing. For all who don't know, it's a real thing. 3 months later, he called me and said he got fired. Star employee gets fired. And what did they fire him for? Little bitty 10 minutes late for work. He's supposed to turn an assignment in at 8 o'clock. He turned it in at 10 minutes after 8. Right? Got a write-up. He showed up 10 minutes late for work, even though they get a grace period of 10 minutes. So he might have came in at 11 minutes. He gets a write-up. So they got 4 write-ups on him. Got rid of him. Now, when he called me and told me, he was like, man, you tried to tell me, but since I didn't know about the stuff. That's what you got your brother for. It's my job to point it out to you, right? Since he didn't know and he didn't believe it that this stuff is real, he didn't listen and he got fired. So insecure master is a real thing, meaning anybody that's over you, you got to be careful of them, okay? Keep them out of your business, in other words. All right, now we got 4. We'll go through these 4 major signs of envy, and then we're going to leave it right there, all right? Anybody won't take a crack? The 4 major signs of envy. Try to learn y'all something today. We're going to learn y'all something. We're going to learn y'all something. Y'all don't know who y'all playing with. We got 4 major signs of envy. Why do you want to fight? What is that? Well, it ain't fighting. I think you're not really hearing what I'm saying. It's not about fighting. What I said is you have to include the people in your office, include the people above you to make it a group effort when you do put forth your ideas, so everybody can partake in the success. But if you try to come up with the ideas all on your own without the group, eventually the group turns on you. So I don't know what you mean by the fight. No, what I'm saying is you got to be able to know that these things exist so you can operate in these environments and don't have to worry about getting fired. Someone that never compliments you. That's a good one, Isha. That's a good one. It's on here, but it's worded a little bit different. Gossip. Someone stepping on your toes in front of others. No, not exactly, Jason. These are all good answers, but not exactly. We got 3 people to try. That's pretty good. I like that. I like the percentage. Okay, this is 4 major signs of envy. One is called micro impressions. Okay, and micro impressions are you're walking, and I know if everybody experienced this, but you probably didn't know what the name of it was. So when you don't know the name of something and you don't know the definitions of things, you're not able to pinpoint exactly what's happening. But by you knowing now, you'll be able to see these things in real time and you'll be able to do something about them. So what this is when you're doing things and people are watching you, when they're watching you, you'll see anger or contempt on their face. Micro impressions, okay? That lets you know that this person does not approve of whatever it is you're doing. Even though what you're doing is a positive thing, but the fact is that you're doing it is what they don't like. So you'll see it on their face. Don't be worried about where I got it from. Don't worry, I can't be giving away all my secrets. You know what I'm saying? Just know these are real things. That's all you need to know. You can look them up. All right? I'll let you do some research on your own. I ain't finna give you all the keys, but my job is to point it out for you. That's it. I'm your ghetto messenger today. That's it. I'm your ghetto messenger. Or your African ghetto messenger. That's what I am today. So you will see the disgust on their face. You see this a lot, right? This is what you see. Check that out. Who he think he is, or who she thinks she is. That's micro impressions. That face lets you know that this person does not like you, and you need to be on guard. Okay? Because if they don't like you, they're gonna try to do something, namely to mess up your money. Because that's the only thing they know that you really gonna care about. You don't care what people say about you. Sticks and stones will break my bones, right? That's why we'll have to save money and open our own business. Of course, exactly. That's right, Williams. So that's number 2. Poisonous. I got you. That's right. Now this H.A.M University right here. You know what I'm saying? At the truck stop. And it's raining. Just to show you where we at. All right, number 2, 4 signs of envy. Number 2 is poisonous praise. Exactly. See, that's what I'm talking about, JK. Poisonous praise. And I gave y'all the answer. Anybody want to tackle what the definition is? What's poisonous praise? Should be easy for y'all. Y'all know a little bit more now, so this should be a little bit easier. What's poisonous praise? Poisonous praise, like you praise God. Poisonous praise. What y'all think it is? That's the answer, but what's the definition of that? So you can know people who definitely try to bait you. Yeah, not exactly though. I'm looking for something else. Fake praise, yeah, that's closer to being right. But how does that look though? How would that look in real life? Because we've all experienced it, but we never knew the name of it. That's why we need to know the name of these things. So now when somebody does it to you, you will know exactly what it is and what name to give it. Someone pretending to appreciate your efforts, but actually have a hidden agenda. That's closer to being right. Isha and Jason, y'all closer to being right. Someone praise you for something that will end up harming you. Yeah, now you're getting a little cold. What it basically is saying, okay, let's say I go get a BMW, okay, but I don't got the money to get the 740 SL series, right? Sorta misleading praise. Let's say I'm going to get a BMW, but I ain't got the money to get the 740 IL whatever with the sunroof and all the bells and whistles. So what I do is I get a 525 or whatever, one of them smaller ones, right? And then I go around folks and they say, "Oh man, that's a nice car. You got a brand new Beamer, huh?" Right? And so you'll have a few folks like, "Oh man, congratulations, it's nice." Somebody out there crowd will say, "It ain't a 7. It ain't a 740. They'll say, "Oh, it's nice, but it ain't a 740." Or why you didn't get a 740? You know what I'm saying? Let's say you graduate from school, right? And you get a job. Let's say you go to school for computer tech, something computer tech, right? And you go for a job and you get the job, and then you go back around your people and you say, "Oh, I got the job," and that's a small shit. I know, right? Yeah, exactly. There you go. There you go. So that little bitty thing, it's nice, but it's kind of small. You a big dude. You know, that's the that's the praise. So then you go get a tech job, right? And that tech job you making minimum, the minimum entry level, 50,000 or whatever, right? And so you come to everybody, "Oh man, I got a job, fresh out of college, I'm making 50,000, right?" And then they'll be like, "Oh man, that's cool. You doing something, huh? You doing something, huh? Yeah, but is that gonna be enough money for you to pay all your bills? You know you got them student loans to pay. That's a good job, good first job, or a good start. But what about all them bills and your car note and this and babysitting and this?" That's the one I'm talking about. That means low key they envy you. Anything you do, right, it's gonna be good, whatever you're doing, and then bad, or the opposite of that. What's up, Deborah? I see you. Good evening. All right, we got number 3. Only got 2 more. All right. Number 3 is backbiting, like your back. Backbiting. Anybody want to take a stab at it? Y'all should know this one. Y'all should know this one. What does backbiting mean? Anybody. You guys rolling through here like it's Indy 500. What the heck they going so fast for? Talking behind your back. Nice one, A.M. Basically, yeah. It's talking behind your back. Okay. They might say backstabbers. Yeah, basically. So what they do is, let's say you do something good. You do something good, right? They praise you. Oh man. So you got a job making XYZ. Oh, that's great. That's great. You know what I mean? Then, I hope this guy know what he's doing. Then when they get away from you and get around some other folks, they say, oh man, he got that little job. He only making 50,000. He act like he making $1 million. You know what I'm saying? He only making 50. What's this? Intentional misinformation to disrupt trust. Exactly. Right? It's to undermine you. It's to undermine you in your peer group. So whatever group that you find yourself in, when you find folks that backbite, that's what they're doing. They're undermining you in that group, right? It's to have that group feel. Yeah, exactly. It's to have the group turn against you. That's their job. They're trying to poison the group to turn against you. No matter how good you do on your own merit. Ain't like nobody giving you nothing. They backbite because they want that group to turn against you, to feel the same way they feel. Exactly. Some people might hate on. Yeah. Basically, everybody hates on African people as a whole. And then we feel this same hatred as individuals as well. Right? Because they always telling African people that we haven't contributed to civilization, and that's a lie. We know we've had thousands of kingdoms, right? We had thousands of empires, plus we had all the dynasties in Egypt, right? We the first race of folks to circumnavigate the whole planet, to populate the whole planet. We're the oldest people on the planet, but yet, let them tell it, we haven't done anything. See, why is that? Because they envy us collectively as well as they envy us individually. So we got to understand that these people are not our friend. They envy us. Okay? One, we have the best and the most extensive history on planet Earth. We're the original people of God, right? And then we have the best genetics out of any nation on the planet. So yes, we are envied, right? And we got to understand that so it can keep us safe, so we don't think that these people are somehow our friends. They're not. They envy us secretly, and they always got something to say about our genetics or about this or about that. Always got something to say about us. And they do it what? On national television, broadcast all around the world. But yet we don't have those same platforms to start bringing out what's going on with their genetics and what's going on with them. See, we don't have that same leverage. But that's what backbiting is. The fourth one is seesawing. Like a seesaw, right? Seesawing. So what's seesawing? It's the last one too. Anybody want to try that one? Seesawing. I know a bunch of folks who do this one. I know a bunch of people that do it. I never knew what it was called until now, but now I understand why they do it and why they say it. Up one day, down the next. 1 minute they with you, the next minute they're against you. Sort of, yeah, sort of. Yeah, y'all kind of on base with y'all two answers, but it's basically they give you praise, like they'll praise you 1 minute, and then the next minute they say something negative. Praise, negative. So it's up like that. So I guess it's like this: negative, praise. Then it's negative, praise. That's the seesaw effect, right? Telling you one thing and then telling another person something different about the situation. No, they're talking about you in particular, right? Anything you're doing, they're gonna praise you 1 minute, and then 5 seconds later, you're gonna get negative praise. That's what seesawing is. So how that would look in real life, I know a guy who does this. He low-key envious of me. Now I grew up with him, so we know each other really well. But he think I don't know these things just because I don't say anything, right? But he'll say something like, "Are you going to Africa?" I'd be like, "Yeah, I'm going to Africa." "Oh, that's good, man. That's good. You're getting out. You're going to do something, right? Man, that's great, man. Congratulations. Hope you have a great time." So I'm like, "All right, cool." Then 10 minutes later, same conversation, but 10 minutes later he'll say, "But don't go over there and get kidnapped." Exactly. You say, "Don't go over there and get kidnapped." Or if I say, "Oh, I met a nice African lady," right? "Oh, that's good, you met somebody," right? Then 10 minutes later he'll say, "I hope she ain't got your nose wide open because you ain't been in a relationship in a long time, so she might be taking advantage of you. So you better watch yourself." I have to do this like just 10 minutes ago, you congratulated me. Now you're telling me she probably the worst thing for me. How can you envy a group of people who don't have any power? Here go David. Here go David. Now, when I ask you a question, I'm gonna answer your question. I'm just saying. I already laid out the things, David. Where you from, David? Where you from? Ask her that. I just explained it to you. We have better genetics than anybody on the planet. We have dominant genetics. 1. 2, we are the first people on planet Earth. We are God's original people. That's another reason to hate us, to envy us, right? 3, we have the most extensive history of any race on the planet. We are the first mothers and fathers of civilization. We done had thousands of kingdoms and queendoms, and we've had dynasties. We've had just a whole slew of things. A lot of places we forgot already, right? So every time they dig in the earth, they excavate the earth, and they find people, ancient people. When they dig them up and do testing on the bones, they realize that these were black people. The further down they dig in the earth, all they do is bring up black people. Okay? That's 3 reasons right there to envy us. And we can add a bunch of more, but that's the 3 main ones. Yeah, we have to learn to use it. That's true. But those are the main 3. We're the oldest people. We're the first people to circumnavigate the whole planet. We're God's chosen people. We're the first original people on the planet. We've had the most to contribute to civilization. Math, science, arts, agriculture, navigation. It's a whole lot of reasons for them to be envious of us. They don't want us to understand, or us to know that we did all these things. Exactly. Exactly, Isha. That's why we envied everywhere we go. Because if they leave us alone, right, they know it's only going to be a matter of time before we take back our throne. They don't want that. So they're going to always hate on us. But that's what seesawing is. So those are the 4 major signs of envy. Micro impressions, poisonous praise, backbiting, and seesawing. So now when you go around the earth and wherever we go and people are doing these things, now you'll be able to give it a name when you see it being done on you or done to you. Yeah. Or they'll tell you that you can't do something when you're clearly capable of doing it. You know what I mean? Oh, you shouldn't buy your own truck. Why not? Because it's expensive. Yeah, well, in order to make the most money, I need to buy my own truck. We get on code about an issue, and then as soon as we get a stimulus check, and we go back to sleep. Exactly. That's why we need somebody to come out and explain these things to us, and that's what my job is. Yeah, I want to take us back to Africa, but we need to get a certain mindset before we go back there, because we can't take this sickness with us. We got to purge ourselves of the sickness, right? And we need to get on code for sure, and that's what this is designed to do. So while I'm over here driving the truck and going through these different states, I could be looking up these type of things, because these are things I want to talk about. Is that Boston? Yeah, so we can figure out how we can be on code. First of all, we got to rid ourselves of these things, but we need to understand terms and descriptions. What's the use to have all of those attributes if you can't use them to gain power? Well, I don't know why you're here, David. If you think we can't do nothing with it, then maybe you probably just want to give up. If you think we can't do nothing with, you do need to know who you were. What's going on? You do need to know who your people were in racial history. So we do need to know. They've been hiding their history from us for a reason. All right. Everybody don't know these things. I ask people these questions. You see, not many people got them right. So obviously we needed to know these things. We have more power than we really know, but we got to sit here and work together. The only reason why other folks is having success, or what we call is mediocre success, is because they're working together and they're willing to use the demonic means in order to do it. We're God's people, so we're not trying to use the devil to help us. These other folks don't mind using the devil to help them, right? Do the demonic and evil things that they're doing on the planet. We got to go the long for sure way and go to God's way. That's what we got to do. And it ain't got nothing to do with religion. It's just a fact. Because if that was the case, why are other people trying to covet the things that we've done? Because they haven't done anything. That's what thieves do. So you telling me that the people who stole everything, who haven't created nothing, right? They have more power? No, the only reason why they have it is because they've stolen it, or they borrowed it from us. So you're saying if we go back and adopt the things that we've created and take things seriously and work together as an African code or black code worldwide, we could be in power tomorrow, but we're not going to be in power if we got folks coming in here with all these crazy statements. Let's see. You said, why do they hide it? For like, why doing that? Why do they hide it? They hide it because they want to stay in power. That's why. If they taught us the truth, then we would definitely threaten their power. They gotta lie. They gotta deceive, mislead, okay, in order to keep their power. They taught us the real deal, they will lose power real quick. There's more of us on the planet than them, and we would want to take back our planet. They are looking. Yeah, I mean, you gotta look at it. We had the planet at one time. We lost it. Okay. The Chinese had it at one time. I remember the Mongolians, they had it. The Persians had it. The Romans had it. The Greeks had it. Empires come and they go. Don't mean they're not coming back around. It's a thing called a vicious circle, David. Apparently you never heard of it. I could tell by your questioning. You never probably heard of it. But we do have what they call a vicious circle, meaning every person, so every ethnic group will get a chance to rule the planet. So our turn is coming around again, and there's other folks is teaming up to make sure that we never get another chance to rule the planet, because they're fearful of what we might do to them. We might do to them what they did to us, and they're fearful of that. So they're trying to make sure that we never get another chance to rule the planet. But we've had a bunch of empires come and go. We had the Byzantine Empire came and went. We had the Mongolian Empire came and went. We had the Persian Empire came and went. The Roman Empire came and went. Okay? The Egyptians came and went. Don't mean it can't rise again. Don't mean Mother Africa can't rise again. Exactly. That's my point, West Coast. So because they in power now, I guess we supposed to just lay down and accept it, huh? And not prepare ourselves for when it's our turn again. So we could be ready to rule the earth when our time come back around. We already outliving these people. We're outpacing them. They're dying slowly. Okay? They're not having that many kids no more. The sun is their enemy. The whole atmosphere is their enemy. Where we thrive in this atmosphere. The sun is our friend, it's our hero. And they haven't been in power that long. People act like it, I know it seemed long to us, but no, not really. When you look at the millions of years we've been here. They've been in, what, control 2,000 years? We've been here millions. So we'll get a chance again. Yep. We'll get a chance again. So in the meantime, we need to be practicing and getting ready for our rulership. That means we need to be coming together. We should be starting businesses. We should be going back to our mother continent. Right? We should be repairing this severed relationship with our continental brothers and sisters. And we should be preparing ourselves to assume our rightful positions. That's what we're supposed to be doing. And anybody that don't want to be down with the program, then you just stay in the West. That's all. There's no problem. If you don't want to be a part with the movement, you don't want to see the rise of Africa, then you could just stay in the West. Exactly. Each year. That's why they're trying to dim the sun. That's why your boy Gates, you know what I'm saying? That's the reason why he's trying to shoot some stuff up there to dim the sun, to give them more of a chance, and to actually give them a chance and to hurt our chances of surviving on the planet. Because we're sun people. Yep. So yeah, we definitely got to be on coal. I know a lot of us don't have it. That's why we have these type of discussions. But you know, why it's my job to be able to discern what's happening. Go a Hispanic lady. They see we got lady drivers, guys. See, she driving that Tyson truck, and the truck before that was a lady. So we got a lot of ladies out here driving trucks. For these ladies that feel y'all cut out for, we got a lot of them out here. Yeah, but we got to get a code together, and for folks who want to work together so we can be just as powerful as any other group, that's what we got to do. We don't need all 1 billion African people around the world to do it. All we need is a good 5-10% folks working together. That's it. 5 or 10 for right now. Then we can have more later. But at least these 5 or 10% need to be on point, right? We need to develop a code. We need to understand about envy, why people hate us. They hate us because of those 3 things I told you about. Our dominant genetics, the fact that we are the ones that contribute to civilization. We circumnavigated the whole planet, and then we're God's chosen people. The real reasons to hate on us. Okay? Those are real reasons to hate on us. So I think that's what we should be doing as a people. Let's see how we're going to do that. People don't got no idea. Yeah, we do. We do got an idea. I've been giving you ideas on this channel. I've been giving you ideas. Folks that think like you, folks who think like this, is the circles that you need to gravitate toward. Okay? We need to, if we are repatriating to the African continent, we need to be able to do it and move together. Live amongst each other, not be spread out over the whole continent where we don't have no type of network, no type of no sense of community. Because that's what I'm seeing over there now, and I'm using just my travels to Africa, the 7 times I've been there, and just seeing for myself. And what I see is people are not doing it. Yeah, we have a nice group and a nice amount of folks moving back to repatriate, but everybody's leaving as individuals, and they're taking an individual mindset over the African continent, and they just picking a place and planting their flag, and ain't nobody else around them who have the shared experience. And what I'm saying is we need to be going over there and setting up subdivisions of 50 to 100 homes where we're living amongst each other. We do plan to intermarry into the tribes that's there. So it ain't like we're trying to exclude the continental brothers and sisters. That's not what we're doing. We just moving together because we have a shared experience, right? We can understand each other. We all have that post-traumatic slavery syndrome. So we can move together, and we still can intermarry into the tribes and get into the local politics of the depending on which nation we're going to. I'm just picking Sierra Leone because it's the one that's offering us citizenship based off of your DNA on your first visit. Ain't nobody else offering that, and they recognizing dual citizenship. So for folks who want to do some import-export, for folks who want to have a business here in the divided snakes, and you want to have one in Africa, you can do that. You can make money on both continents. So yeah, we're putting forth ideas to do that. We ain't got to do it on no grand scale. It could just be a few of us. It could just, matter of fact, be honest with you, it could just be 10 of us. If 10 of us get together on the same page and decide that we're going to live with each other and be good neighbors of each other, and then we can sit back and invest in different projects that we are interested in, yeah, that will spread. How you think we got Black Wall Street? How you think that came about? Lee James, how you think that came about? Black Wall Street. I'm sure you know about it. So how you think that came about? It came about probably with about 10% of the folks that lived in that community decided to come together and get their economics in order. Other folks felt the same way, joined them, and next thing you know, we had a Black Wall Street. The only problem with that was that they didn't set up a military to protect the business class. And because they made that mistake, they allowed the business class to be basically slaughtered and for everything to be looted. All the banks got looted, all their possessions got taken, and they basically got massacred because they made one mistake, and that mistake was they didn't have a military. They should have had a secret military or a secret defense force or a secret police, whatever you want to get, whatever name you want to call it. They should have had something. So when the Europeans came to burn it down, they should have been laying right there at the edge of the city or the edge of the town or the edge of the block. You should have been laying them down. What that's supposed to be, David? I can't tell what that is. It's not really showing up good over here on my screen. What is that supposed to be? So we need to be able to go back and study history and realize where we made what did our elders make the mistake at with Black Wall Street. So it's clear that we can produce highly functioning. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Both of them bagging up. Okay, cool. Somebody stop. It's clear that we are able to establish economic powerhouses of cities. We're able to do that in towns, but now can we protect it? Can we keep it? We got to learn from our elders' mistakes. So we've done this before. It ain't like we never done it before. We have. We've done it, and then we've done it everywhere. We did it in Africa, and we've done it here in the Americas. But we weren't able to keep it. So we got to fix that. So next time they come, we build up something, they come to take it. It's infectious. I don't think so, man. I don't know why would you say is optimism. I'm going by what I saw. I couldn't even give you this perspective if I hadn't went there 7 times and spent my own money to go see Africa. So I'm going off of what I saw. You know about Black Wall Street. I wasn't born then. You wasn't born there, but we know about what happened. So I'm studying what happened in the history, where our ancestors fell. Then I'm going to Africa in the present day, and I'm seeing that we're not moving together. Everybody over there is individuals. So if a group of folks did want to pick you off, it'd be easy. You have nobody to run to. You have nobody to protect you, so you'll have to run to the government. You'll have to run to the police. But what if that group pays off the police? For whatever reason, we always slack when it comes to security. We have to, this time, when we do some things, we have to protect the business class. Y'all all want to be entrepreneurs. I get it. Some of us are already entrepreneurs. We business people already. But we're doing it over here as individuals. We go over there, we could do it as individuals as well. But we competing against groups. The Chinese is a group. The Lebanese is a group. The East Indians is a group. The Europeans are a group. But we're going over there as individuals. See, we're making a flaw. We're going over there in error. Well, we talk. That's why I said secret police. We don't have to wait on no troops. If the people, if the citizens of Black Wall Street, the men who was in that city limits, could have got together at night, and anybody that was among them that was from the military, retired military, should have been the leader of that, and could have been able to teach everybody in the group how to protect themselves in case of ambush, in case of attack. And they could have just had a secret police, just a oath amongst the people of that town. So in case they were coming to do what they did, those folks would have sprung into action because they would have had a plan and had a strategy to protect it. And when them folks showed up with them torches, they should have met them on the roofs of those businesses, and they should have laid them people down. But that ain't what happened. Trying to build another Black Wall Street in America. Exactly. Now, I ain't saying that we couldn't. If somebody wants to do it, I'm not going to speak against it, West Coast. Only thing is, if they wanted to do that and they're not talking about military science, then you need to probably look at them with the side eye. That's all I'm saying. Because how we got an example of what not to do in Black Wall Street. We should realize where our ancestors went wrong at. God bless them. But they dropped the ball when it come to that. Great that they was able to amass the type of wealth that they did. And they did work together. And that's how they got so much stuff popping off like they did. But they did not think on how to protect it. And that's where they dropped the ball at. So that is a lesson for us to learn. If we do it again here or on the African continent, we need to have a way to protect it. And that might be outside of uniformed police. We might have to have our own security force, our own police force. Okay, government, whoever. Okay. And even if they did bomb it, okay, cool. How do we retaliate? We didn't. So either way, we still is in error. Okay, if we had went and did that to any European town in America, they would come back and burn up the whole freaking city where we were at. They would retaliate against us if we did something like that. But yet, whether they dropped the bomb or not, because it was more than just dropping the bomb. That wasn't the only thing that happened. People showed up. Okay. How do we retaliate? We didn't. We are all antisocial. Africa is the only place and would be America. Yeah, I agree with that. But like I said, if a brother or sister wanted to do it here, I'm not going to discourage them. I just want them to be able to study history so they understand where our ancestors went wrong at. And if they put in mechanisms that will fix that, then yeah, I'm not going to speak against nobody that's trying to do it here. Yeah, I agree. I want to do it in Africa. I'm not trying to do it over here because we infected with the this white demon. So we're not in our right minds over here. That's why I want to I want to purge, I should say, purge us of this stuff. That's the reason why I'm trying to speak on these things that I think we need to cover, like envy. Why are we so envious, and why other folks are envious of us? Until I give up people's equipment themselves. Exactly. That's why I said if we lived together, then we would automatically do that, because that's what they did in Black Wall Street, A.M. Yeah, a lot of us are brainwashed here, but a lot of us are moving back to the African continent too. So all of us are not brainwashed. I'm just speaking to the folks who know better, who want to do better. Okay. Some of us got the wherewithal to go back to the motherland, and over there we can pretty much be all we can be, for a lack of a better term. Okay. So I'm just thinking of, if since so many people are moving back, and I see so many people over there, but they all spread out. I have to keep reiterating that. They all spread out throughout the whole country. So it's hard to come together to bring that same type of togetherness and cohesion that we had with Black Wall Street. So we could set up a Black Wall Street in Africa, but we all have to live together and be neighbors. Then if you got a business, you want to open up a flower shop, we could be you don't have the money, we could be your investors. Okay, we could be your stockholders. If I want to open up a gold mine, I could come to you all could be my stockholders. My man West Coast want a bunch of apartment buildings and hotels, he could come to us and we'll be the stockholders, we'll be the investors, and we'll do that for everybody in that community. Somebody want to do a trucking company, because eventually we're gonna need some type of logistics. Yeah, it's not for everybody. I'm not trying to take everybody. This message is only going to resonate with a few folks, right? What at this point, it's just to get us over there to get our citizenship for the folks who are going to be coming to Sierra Leone, right? So I'm looking to prospect from the people who actually coming over to get their citizenship and ultimately want to live on the African continent. That's what I'm looking to do. Whether I do it with the group or I do it outside the group, either way, I understand somebody got to do it. And since a lot of folks ain't really went over there, a lot of folks don't really see what I see, it's probably going to be me doing it by myself. And then I'll probably have to build it, and then y'all will just come. And I'll just tax y'all in. You know what I mean? If you don't get in on the ground floor, you're just going to get taxed later. Because it's going to make sense to you whether you understand it or not. Everybody ain't going to make sense to it, because some of this stuff is stuff that I've been studying for years, and now I've been over there 7 times, and I realized, okay, why ain't nobody doing that? We could set up mini Wall Street, Black Wall Streets all over Africa, and we're going to integrate with our continental brothers and sisters, because they know the lay of the land, they know the language, right? A lot of them want employment, they want to be, they want their own businesses, they want a lot of stuff too. So yeah, it's a perfect match. And then we have a genetic and an ancestral claim to the continent, where these other folks that's coming over there, they don't speak the language, they ain't got no genetic birthright to the land, no ancestral birthright right to the land. They're not trying to learn the language, they're not trying to eat the traditional food, they're not trying to do none of that. But yet they still over there trying to make money. That's why I say we can definitely beat them out, because we have an ancestral birthright claim to that land. So at this point, it's just about getting people's mind right, A.M. It's not necessarily about getting folks to sign up for proposals and all that. It's about getting people's mind right, because A lot of us, we still think with the juvenile mindset as a people. We're not used to really doing things constructive. That's why to a lot of folks, this concept seems foreign, which is amazing to me. I'm starting to realize that, but I'm shocked that we all understand what Black Wall Street was. How did we develop a Black Wall Street? And that's all I'm proposing. I'm proposing a Black Wall Street in Sierra Leone, and then hopefully we can spread that to other nations that other folks are going to for whatever reason. Y'all want to go to the Gambia? Quick, cool. We need to set up a Black Wall Street in the Gambia. We need to set up one in Sierra Leone. We need to set up one in Liberia. You need to set up one in Ghana. You set up one in Nigeria. Set up one in Tanzania. One in South Africa. These are all the places where we're going to repatriate, but we're just going as individuals. So how much effect can we have as individuals, and what would that contribute to the rise of Africa? Us just going over there doing something individually. Well, the people who don't want to do it, I'm not worried about them. They can stay here. Problem solved. There's enough people over there, sis. All right, I've been there 7 times. I done met the people who live there, who moved from here, from all over America, live there. So it's a plenty of us over there already. It's just they haven't got together and moved in the same area. They living all over the country. So it ain't like we don't already have that. We already got enough people over there. The only thing I'm saying is they don't live together. They spread out all over the freaking place. So if I'm over there, I could go 2 weeks and not even see another person from America that live there. Like in Sierra Leone, it says 5,000, right, expats that live there. But yet I didn't see none but one. The whole 3 weeks or 2 weeks I was there, I only saw one. And he said he'd been there 10 years. And he said, man, all I need is 10 more guys like you. Now I'm saying I would like to have 50 to 100 folks. But technically, we can get away with 10. We could build a Black Wall Street over there with just 10 people that's on the same page. So it ain't gotta be no 1,000 folks. I don't need 1,000 folks. So all who ain't with it, stay your ass here. As simple as that. Problem solved. But somebody got to be the one to bring that idea, because we've already built Wall Streets. Okay? We just didn't protect it. So we're going to build another one. This time we're going to build it in Africa, where we probably should have built it in the first place. Only thing I'm saying is I want to build it in Sierra Leone because we can get dual citizenship there. Right now, it's a plan in the works for Gambia for that automatic citizenship with the sister Julia, but right now they haven't did anything. They haven't said anything. So you can go over there, but you're not a citizen. Okay. And some people might think, oh, that doesn't mean anything. Okay, well, fine. If it don't mean nothing to you, then it's all good. Go to the Gambia. It's not a problem. I'll come over there and visit y'all. Don't think I'm not coming. I'll be coming to the Gambia on a regular. But the fact is, I got citizenship in Sierra Leone, and quite a few other folks are trying to get it. We've already had 3 classes of folks going there already. And this last homecoming was the biggest so far. I think we had about almost 65 folks. So I'm hoping for us to have 100 and something in December. And we're going to have folks because we have 2 homecomings every year, December and April. So every year we want to see it get bigger and bigger and bigger to the point where it's 500 people getting that citizenship. Peace, peace. What's happening? Yeah, we want 500 people or more to be getting their citizenship. And we can prospect from that group to live in our new community. Yeah. Well, I appreciate that. We'll go with that. Like I said, I come from a real estate background, so to me, I don't see it as luck, but I get what you're saying. That's how any community was built over here. Okay? African Americans wake up, go home, and develop the motherland of your original. Yeah. Africa is the future. Absolutely. I agree with that. Daniel. Hello, hello, how you doing? Bree. Yeah, like I said, it's not so much luck because, like I said, a lot of folks are already moving back. I know, I know it's kind of hard for y'all to get because I'm seeing these comments and I'm saying to myself, people are already there. We got nice groups of folks already there. It's just they don't live together. That's the only problem I have with it. Now, if somebody like me, if I had been in this movement a lot earlier, and I had the money when I did have a lot of money and just jagging it off just because I just had to jag off. If I could have bought 100 acres, right, and start building models, and people could have came over, and I could have showed them the model, and they had it bought. We could have all bought the same area. That's it. That's all I'm saying. Well, when all else fails, to organize the people. Yeah, that's true. Keep your head up. Absolutely. Like I said, when you go to Ghana, I don't know if you've been over there already, but if you go to Ghana, it's probably about a 10 to 15,000 of us living in Ghana. But the problem is, again, we live all over Ghana. Some in the north, some in the south, some in the east, some in the west, some in the middle of the country. They all over. All I'm saying is if we had a bought in one area and we could have moved in that area, folks can meet at the rec center, recreational center, and we could be talking about these things, right? We could be studying Black Wall Street. That's all I'm saying. It's organization. I wouldn't necessarily say there's no organization because that's not necessarily the truth. What it is nobody has thought about it. That's all. They're just looking to get out of the country. I get it. They just want to leave the country. Cool, no problem. But all I'm saying is somebody should have came up with that. We wouldn't have nobody was probably thinking about creating a Black Wall Street over there. Okay? Because so far since I've been talking about it, I haven't heard nobody else saying it. Or nobody else even proposing it. And I'm already in a Black Wall Street in Ghana. So we've already started building one. I'm already in there. I already told you that. I'm on the security committee. Right? We had it's 65 acres. We're going to have 50 homes. I got 2 lots, so I'm going to have 2. We already there. We already got houses going up. Okay? It's going to be gated. We got security the whole 9. Everything I'm proposing, we already doing. I'm just letting y'all in on it. Okay? So we already in the process of building a Black Wall Street. But I want to do one in Sierra Leone because over there, we could get this. That's why I want to do it over there, because we could get this. Dual citizenship. Right now. We ain't got to wait. It depends on what your money is like. You can get some for, it's probably cheap as 20,000 all the way up to $1 million. Just depends on where you want to live and how much you want to spend. Now you got a few enclaves of folks moving to, like in the same area, but it's still like one of maybe 4 or 5 families or whatever just happen to move to the same area, but we ain't got no significant group. I don't remember how many people that was in Black Wall Street, but it was quite a few. about black people that Europeans drop in the Caribbean? Yeah, they welcome. We ain't got nothing against them. They welcome. My thing is, if you're melanated, that's what we going by. You're not originally from the islands. You were dropped there. The cultivate sugarcane or whatever. So that's right. So we already in the process of doing that. Now, when I go over there and start building my place, I got 5 years to build. So my lots are already paid for. So when I go over there and start building, I'm gonna be over there and I'm gonna document it so you all can see how it's done. For all those folks who say we have no organization and we're not working to, and that's the thing, we don't necessarily need an organization. All we need is a group of individuals with like minds that want to see each other win. That's all we need. We don't need no organizations. We call it, and we could give it a name, but it ain't got to be no organization. Just be a group of like-minded individuals that decided to live together, work together, and invest together. And of course, who you think gave it a name? This guy right here. I'm just letting y'all in on it. We had through all the names, right? Everybody suggested the name, what we wanted to call the community there. Guess whose name was picked? This guy right here. So I named the community. I'm on the security committee, right? That's why I talk to you all about security. Me and a few other brothers, right? And also, I'm a graphic designer, and I created the logo for our community. Now we got our lead person who's basically taking that job on to get all these things covered, which is great. And that's all we need is just a lead person, right? And that's what I'm looking to do. Just be the lead person, and all the folks who want to come and live in the community, they can. That's it. Yeah, well, it's in the description. It's in the description of all my videos. Cash App is there, Patreon is there, and email is there. Yep. But for those who are so inclined, well, like I said, to me, it's not really big, man. Our people have already shown we could do this. It's just that we haven't done it. It's getting kind of warm in here. Yeah, I mean, to me, it's not. This is what we're supposed to be doing. In other words, somebody came up with the idea. I'm not the originator of the idea. We got it from Black Wall Street. Now this guy want to start his truck up. Start buying up then. Yeah, because I'm noticing that with other folks. They get to Africa and they basically live amongst each other and then try to keep us out. Same thing they do over here. They get to these exclusive communities and they try to keep us out as well as anybody else that not on the same level. So they keep their own people out. It ain't just designed to keep us out, it's designed to keep anybody else out that's not thinking like that. Of course I have. I've been to Africa 7 times. Yes, of course I've heard of that bank. I've been there plenty of times. Yeah, I've heard of Echo Bank. So yeah, it's just got to get like-minded people together. That's all. And I'm just looking at the fact that people that like mine should link up. People are not making me wonder why they even come to these type of forums. Well, they come here because they don't really study, they don't read that much, and all they know is just what they've heard. A lot of folks don't know these things, so they try to pretend that they know. But then when I turn around and ask a question, when I was asking questions early, wasn't too many people able to answer them correctly. And quiet as it kept, if I hadn't been looking at stuff up myself, I couldn't have answered them correctly. So I'm teaching myself and I'm just sharing it with you all, and I'm asking you questions before I just start telling you what the answers are, because I don't know if people know or not. But based off the fact nobody really answered any of the questions correctly, it was a good subject to bring up. I got a Peterbilt. It's a Packard motor. What else you wanted to know? The year 2016. I bought it brand new. Yep. I brought it brand new. Hold on. I got to light or something out because I see I got a dash thing, but yeah, that's it. I got 600,000 on it. Nothing but basic stuff. I think I got a cooling sensor out or something. I don't know why every time I try to fix it, I can't never get it fixed, but I've had it. Yeah, thank you. I've had it 5 years, so I'm gonna keep it till the wheels fall off. I'm old and trying to learn something about Africa, so I can't leave this place before I die. But that's the whole idea, you know what I mean? Yeah, I don't want to die here either. I want to be buried on the African continent. I'm just looking at, I'm too young and too fiery just to go over there and retire. So I want to go over there and make it better. 1, for myself, 2, for my people, and 3, for the future generations. How else you gonna be remembered? We haven't really done much over here. I mean, I've done some stuff, but nothing to be remembered by, you know. Paid my bills, went to college, you know, got in my troubles that I got into, got myself together, pulled myself out of it. Now I'm doing well. I've been doing well for the last 25 years. So I learned to, control my temper, and I try to make great decisions. I haven't had no problem making money, so that's not the issue. It's just that if I'm just going to try to use my money, then I'm not going to be able to really do much on a large scale. So it is what it is. And that land we bought in Ghana, we all had to put on to do that. And of course, it wasn't necessarily cheap. So I'm trying to make it where it be cheap and then take care of the development as well. I want to do container homes. So I want to make it to where we have a housing or property association. And then only requirement that I'm going to want folks to agree to is that we're going to have container homes. There's going to be a whole community of container homes. You can have any configuration you want, whatever your money can buy you. Security, we can build an outpost for the regular police. Basically build a place for them to come and lay their head, take a shower, use the bathroom, have free coffee, free donuts, television with cable in there, a desk, computer, just a free space for the police to come. And they will come. That way you get extra security for free, or damn near free. Then we're going to have private security, right? 24 hours a day. Then we're going to have a secret security force of individual members of the community. So all of our ex-soldiers, we're going to get together. I'm going to get them all together, and we're going to come up with, who's going to be the leader, basically leading us with a strategy to make sure that we have 3 levels of security. Then we're going to have where everybody can have their own security cameras, right? 24-hour patrol. So if you leave your house and you want to come to America to visit your family, somebody's sick, what have you, doing business, you can leave your house and know that when you come back, everything is going to be right where you left it. The way things are set up now over there, without this system that I'm proposing, that folks, you just pick a spot, plant your flag, grow some roots there, and build your place. Then the minute you leave town, people been watching you. They envious of you. I just went over the envious stuff. They envious of you, and they break into your place. Because you got opportunists everywhere. $95 folk, 95%, or even 98% of the folks are gonna welcome you with open arms. But it's always that other element. See you as a sweet Vic, a sweet lick. Well, you go out of town, you gone for 4 or 5 days, they don't see your car out there or whatever, or don't see you stirring around, and you're gonna decide to jump over that little wall that you create and knock out a window, and they're gonna be inside your joint. And I'm saying, like, look, we want to prevent that. We want you to go over there and be able to, some of you are close to retirement age, we want you to be able to go over there and retire with peace of mind. Okay? So communities make a lot of sense. And then the fact is that I was in real estate when I got back from college here and saw what the developers were doing here, the black developers. They was buying them lots from the city for $1, right? Then they would build a model on that. They build the model out, 3 bedrooms, 2.5 bath, backyard, front yard. They'll have me in there as the agent on Saturdays and Sundays. They do an open house, put it in the paper, put a sign out front. People will come in, sign a little book, and then I would talk to them to see if they liked everything. Then I would try to help them get finance, help them with their credit. Okay, and then we would build them the model the way they want on the lot right next door. So I ended up selling like I think 5 or 7 of them or whatever. So I got a little experience with that. And so I'm just proposing sort of that same thing because I realized you're not going to be able to get enough people on the same page that will be willing to part with some money. Can't get people to part with a few dollars, let alone some thousands, to be able to buy large plots of land in order to do that with. So I might have to just do it myself. Same way the developer did that I used to work for. He bought them lots with his own money. He built those models with his own money. So I might have to work a few more years in order to do that, but that's maybe what we'll do. My son coming back, he's gonna help me with the trucking business, so that'll help me be able to get it done a little quicker. I'm gonna go over there and buy a couple hundred acres, and then I'll build a model. And as y'all come over, I'll show y'all the model or whatever. And anybody want to buy, you can buy. I'll just tax y'all in. You know what I mean? We'll do it like that. But it'll make sense once you get over there for us to move together for security and to be able to have folks with a shared experience. Because the Continental brothers and sisters had a different experience than we did. They was colonized and had to deal with colonialism in their own countries. Still slavery under a different term, different name. So they have a shared experience. We didn't necessarily go through the same experience they went through. We can understand it, but we didn't experience it firsthand. They did. So they have sort of, it seemed like to me, they have mixed emotions about the colonizing. Some are just, just Pan-African and revolution as we are, and some of them are like, let's go along to get along. We got those same elements here. So all who don't want to make the transition, then you stay in America. We don't want you to come over there no way. You stay your butt right here. Ain't no love lost. You stay your butt right here. No problem. Yep. That's right. Like-minded individuals just get together and just put forth an idea. That's what we're doing in Ghana. When I go over there, I'm gonna document everything. I got some pictures of some of the houses that's going up over there already. They'll be finished by the summer, so I'm gonna talk to the folks who's doing that and see if I can get their permission to put those pictures up on my community tab so y'all can get an idea what it looks like there. But we already got a few places going up. They should be finished by the summer. So we've been already 3 years at this already, and I'm just not kind of bringing it. And I really wasn't thinking about this, to be honest with you. The only reason why it came up is because, we don't have citizenship in Ghana. So we're trying to apply for it, but technically you're supposed to be there 7 years before you're eligible to get it. Now I know if we give some people the right palm oil, we might can get it done, but how much is that going to cost? I've only heard of one person getting it before 7 years. I don't know quite how he did it because I haven't talked to him. I haven't talked to him in 3 years. So when I go back, if I get in touch with him, see exactly what he did to get the citizenship in Ghana. Because I do plan to file for citizenship there too. Yep. So I'm part of that community, and I want to be the spearhead of a new community in Sierra Leone, because it's definitely not being done there. So okay, I think I done kept y'all long enough. Hope we learned something about envy, the 5 types of people to avoid. That's the leveler, the slacker, the status friend, the attacher, and the insecure master. Then the 4 signs of envy. Number 1, micro impressions. Somebody's like, check you out. Who you think you is? That person envies you. Poisonous praise, right? That's a nice BMW, but it ain't a 7 Series. It ain't no. That's a nice BMW hat, but it ain't no Benz. You got backbiting. They talk behind your back. Talk real nice in your face, but then as soon as they get around other folks, who she thinks she is? She thinks she cute. She ain't cute. Then you got seesawing. They tell you one thing good, and right behind that they come with something negative. Some positive, some negative. Some positive, some negative. That's seesawing. So these are the things that we need to be aware of. African ancestry. You got to take it with African ancestry, because the Sierra Leonean government is accepting and recognizing African ancestry. Yep, African ancestry. I'm waiting on mine again for my father's side. So when I get it, I'm gonna reveal it on camera. When it comes back on my father's side. So on my mother's side, it came back as Mende, 99.70% Mende. You said you can use jealousy to uplift a jealous person. I will explain. Well, hey, do your thing then, DJ. I got better things to do. We get any jealous folks, I'll pass them on to you so you can uplift them. I tend to stay away from them. Because once a person really envies you, you only can get away from them. Yep, I got too many things to do. I got companies to run. I have companies to start. I know this. Exactly. That's what I've been trying to tell the folks. But they're not trying to hear me. They think I'm just making some stuff up. It's just, some people say, oh, this is just what you want. This is just your idea. They're not understanding that I've been over there and I'm seeing a classical mistake. And we tend to repeat these mistakes over and over again. And that's why I brought up Black Wall Street, to show you the mistake that they did. The mistake was that they didn't have no muscle. They didn't have no muscle. The Chinese already do that. They don't want to live amongst us or the continental brothers and sisters. They're not trying to learn the language. They there for economic reasons only, to exploit. And they move in the same areas and don't want us in them areas. And we can easily get them up out the paint if we work together and start practicing racial pride with our spending. Spend your money with people that look like you. That's all we got to do. support one another and actually compete against the Chinese in whatever industry they're in, so we can get them up out of here. Yeah, they look good on paper. They look good in person, in reality too. And they recyclable, and they can be put together. And I think in a matter of 2 months. That's the other thing I said. I explained that a few videos ago. The traditional way of building in Africa takes months, if not years, to do. Well, yeah, if you want to do that, DJ, it's fine. I don't want to do it. My job is to point it out to you so we can start understanding that there's a lot of folks jealous of us. There's a lot of folks that's envy of us, collectively and individually. And we don't trust one another, so we've been taught not to trust one another. So anytime somebody they come all the, what you trying to do, you know? But at the same time, you got cat videos making hundreds of thousands a month. Yeah, I get it. But all black folks ain't gonna be moving in the same accord. So I already know we're not gonna get a lot of folks. We're gonna get the right kind. That's what I'm saying. Because in that community we got 50 lots. I think we had over 200 people sign up. And some of them came and went. Some of them paid their money. Some of them wanted their money back. All kind of goofiness. But now we done got our core 50 that ain't going nowhere. Yeah, we had over 200 and some people show up. And I forgot how many we had put money down and then later reneged, wanted their money back, all kind of stuff. So we went through a whole bunch of folks. So I already know a whole lot of folks ain't gonna be coming through. They lose the faith. You know, they ain't never built a town. They ain't never built nothing. So they don't understand the process. They don't see how hard it really is. So the first little sign of trouble, they give up. That's what kids do. That's what we do as kids. You know, we give up on the first hard little thing that happens, little speed bump, we give up. Yeah. So out of them 250 or whatever it was, we didn't whittle it down to a solid 50. I think it's less than that. I think he said on the last memo we got 8 spots left. I think that's what he said. Or something like that. I ain't even looked at the whole memo, so I can't even say if that's what he said or not. Well, we don't really build towns. We don't have no experience of building towns. What we do as a people, we wait for other folks to build stuff. And then once we build it, we ride through there and say, oh man, it's nice over here. Then we look for an apartment or whatever, or maybe we look to buy something over there, and we buy into other people's communities. We buy into other folks' cities and towns and villages. But we don't build the village ourselves. We don't take it from just raw land to a community. We don't do that. We did it in the past, but here recently, no. In the last 60, 70, 80 years, we haven't done that nowhere. Now, you got some of the continental brothers and sisters doing it, but they're not thinking in terms of like a Black Wall Street. They might pick an area and decide we all gonna move over here, but I don't really see no Black Wall Streets popping off. Yeah, exactly. I've been seeing the videos with the arrivals. Yeah, I saw that. And that's another reason why I was saying. You see how they jumped over the fence and took their freaking cashews. Well, I'm not talking about America, so I don't know why people keep saying America. I thought we was clear what I was talking about. I'm talking about building this in Africa. I'm not talking about here. We already building a community like that in Africa, in Ghana. We're already doing that. 2 hours outside of Accra. So we're already in the process of building this same community in Africa, in Ghana. It's already 3 years in the making. My thing is, I want to be able to do that same thing in Sierra Leone. Because when I first went to Africa, I went to Ghana first. That was the first place I went. And of course, the first place you normally go, you fall in love with it. So of course, I fell in love with it. I've been to Ghana 3 times. 3 times I've been there. Fell in love with the place. Didn't want to go nowhere else. Then I said, you know what? That ain't right. I should check out a few other places. Then I went to South Africa. Didn't necessarily like South Africa. I went to Tanzania. It's okay, but I wouldn't want to live there. Then I wanted to go to Senegal. I went there. I didn't like it. Went to the Gambia. I liked the Gambia, but no citizenship. But Sierra Leone has a path to citizenship and dual citizenship. Once I found that out, I did everything. I got my citizenship. Now I want to do a community like that there. I'm not trying to build it here in America. My American thing is I'm already got my trucking company up and running. So just to keep doing this, bring my son in, and maybe later on bring my nephews in. Well, whether it's diamonds there, gold there, rubber, acorns, I don't care what it is. Cashews, pineapples, bananas, I'll take it all. We can have rubber trees, we can have diamonds, we can have gold, we can have cobalt, we can have banana plantations, coffee plantations, tea, we can grow tea, we can do cocoa, coconuts, we can do anything. Because if I go over there and find the diamonds, I still got to get them out the ground. You still need equipment. That means you're going to need investors. And I know we're not going to invest, so I'll have to go get money from the Chinese or the Europeans, because they will be the only ones that got enough wisdom to understand if I do buy some land and it got diamonds on it, I still got to buy the equipment. Equipment is a couple $100,000. Plus you need workers and you need geologists and you need surveys. You need all kind of stuff. You know we ain't gonna put up no money. So I would still have to look for investors. We might get a few folks that want to invest, but I would be looking for that. My main thing right now is just get the land. Yeah. We shall see. That's why you're bringing professionals to see. So it costs money to do this. said, I know my son wants to go get his citizenship, so we're gonna get him his citizenship in April. And he pretty much on board with whatever I'm trying to do, so we're gonna work together and we'll just get the land and we'll go from there. We'll keep bringing y'all over as many as we can, and then we'll just try to prospect from the groups that we bring over. And then we'll have folks that want to just build some rentals. They could build rentals because everybody's not going to be able to afford to build. Some folks going to want to just rent. Some folks are already retired. They want to just rent. Those are great ideas, though. If you can purchase huge plots of land, then that's like go. Yeah, but that's the whole idea. That's why I say from my real estate background, that's why I'm figuring like if I can't get folks to contribute to the channel, even though this is all great information, but you know, people are telling me that it's big and ask for anything for this information, and folks are saying that they're not getting any value out of this information, so I'll get it. Get you a book on rocks and minerals. Books, pictures of different Yeah, that's true. Well, like I said, I'm gonna try to hire some folks to go over there and do it for me when I buy the land. I might grab a few books to read up on myself, but I'm gonna bring some folks in. Whatever it is, I'm willing to learn, so. Since America's still standing, I don't know how long it's gonna last, but we'll see. So I know I gotta work fast and hard and fast. Start saving my money. Yeah, I'm gonna grab a few books. I'm just saying because I got so much going on. I already got my project in Africa. I mean, I keep saying Africa. Ghana I gotta get started on. Plus I need to buy the land, so I'm gonna wait till my son get back to do that. I need it to last at least 5 years. Well, hopefully it will. I don't know. I figure we need 5 years too. This last one was hell here. Yeah, it was. Like I said, well, I get my son back early next year, so we've already talked to each other about what we plan to do. So I'm glad he's just on board, which I was hoping once he got out the Navy he was going to be on board. So us working together will be the right thing, which that's what the plan was originally anyway. I'm glad he's still on board with it. So he's going to get his CDL before he gets out of the Navy. He'll be back in February just in time for my birthday. And I'll make a couple phone calls to get him a job. Oh yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, it was hell. Yeah, I want to go too, but that's why I say it's like everybody wants to leave, but there's really no plan. People just showing up over there. That's what I'm seeing. You just finding some stuff and you're picking an area and you're just moving to it, and you're pretty much an island by yourself. So if you leave your property, just know it might get broken into. There's nobody really to watch your stuff, not unless you're gonna hire 24-hour security or whatever when you leave. You want to come back and forth, or you want to go to other African nations, your place is gonna be left unprotected. That's what I see happening. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You can blend in with the folks around you, but you're not going to be able to blend in. I know that sounds good on paper, but believe me, you're not going to be able to blend in. It's going to take a while for you to blend in. And while it's taking that time for you to blend in, when you leave your property, don't be surprised if somebody breaks in it. That's all I'm saying. So how you think you're going to be able to blend into the village? You can. No, I need to call Ty. I've been so busy trying to run these loads, Joe. I'm glad you said something. I'll send them a text message when I get off the line for me to find out what what they cost. How you doing anyway? Yeah, well, just know you could do all that, DJ. Don't mean that folks still ain't gonna steal from you. Just know that. Just know you could do all that. People still will steal from you. So don't get it twisted. Yeah, as soon as you open your mouth, I mean, you could blend in, Carrie, but like I said, 97% of the people are gonna welcome you with open arms. But you're gonna have 3% gonna look at you as a lick, as a stain, as a Vic, as a mark, as somebody to steal from. I hear you, DJ. That sounds good on paper, as you say. Yeah, I did. I checked it out. I just ain't got no money to invest right now because all my money is tied up. But I did check it out. I was gone a whole month, so I got to catch up on all my bills. So once I get everything caught up, I'll go over there and put a few dollars on it. Yeah, because anytime you go over there, you could be an asset to the community. That's that 97% I'm talking about. But you still gonna have 3%. They gonna envy you. That's why I came out talking about envy. They gonna envy you. Exactly. That's cool. Get you some pit bulls then. That's fine. Get you some pit bulls. We'll see how they work out. Because I know if it was me, pit bulls wouldn't help you. You know, I used to be a criminal, so pit bulls wouldn't help you, DJ, with somebody like me. I'm too intelligent for some pit bulls. I throw some steaks over your fence, laced with poison. There go your pit bulls. And I know you were just thinking, oh, I got cameras. Okay, cool, you got cameras, but I have a ski mask on. Can of spray paint, and I'll spray paint your cameras to they're black. And you out of town, You in the UK or wherever you at, America, take care of some business. When you come back, I have your whole place cleaned out. So that sounds good, but keep in mind, I used to be a criminal, so hey, it wouldn't work with me. If I was trying to get in your place, wouldn't none of those things you're suggesting stop me. I think I could do it better the way I'm thinking. You have a police force of the regular police there, private security force, 24-hour shift that's going to do perimeter checks, and then have a neighborhood watch of the brothers and sisters that live in the community to watch your property when you go home, because you're better go next door to your neighbors and say, hey, look, I'm gonna be out of town for a week, watch my place. Then we'll make sure every individual house has cameras. So that's 4 levels of security. And you still can have your dogs. That's 5 levels of security. Not all of them. Everybody ain't negative. That ain't necessarily a true statement. Quite a few of them are now, but not everybody. I met some really good police officers over there, so I can't say that with good faith that they all bad. That's not true. They may not say nothing when they should, but they not necessarily all negative. You're gonna hire the criminals to be your security. Okay, we gonna see how it turn out for you then, DJ. If you just want to be right, then I'm gonna let you be right, but this ain't Brooklyn, New York. This ain't Memphis. This ain't the Bronx. This ain't none of that. You're gonna be looked at as privilege, you know? We know you gotta work hard for whatever you get, but you're gonna be looked at as being privileged. So when they steal from you, it's gonna be justified in their minds that you could just get it again. You could just go to the bank and pull out $1 million. That's the way some of them think, sir. They're not gonna feel bad about stealing from you. And keep in mind, it's only 3% that think this way. 97% are gonna be on board with whatever you're trying to do. I get it, but you still gotta be mindful of that 3%. Especially if you're somewhere by yourself and there's nobody else around. You just pick an area and just decide I'm gonna move here. Just know, that's all. Sorry about that, guys. That's all I'm saying. I didn't really see nobody really concerned about it. That's the reason why I'm bringing it up. You know, I come from the streets. I come from this element, so that's the reason why I think this way. I read books and all that too. I read the greats and all that, but at the same time, I got to remember where I came from. I came from the streets. I came from this. Okay? I've been on the straight and narrow for over 30 years, but I'm just saying, I came from this. I ain't forgot. I got to keep that in mind. You hire the criminals if you want to. I disagree. I disagree. I disagree. You're not going to be able to. You can't come in there and develop, because it's other folks that's done it already. So that's already been proven. The East Indians come from India, and they're an economic powerhouse. Same thing with the Chinese, same thing with the Lebanese, same thing with the Europeans. You got the French people there, you got the freaking Portuguese there, you got the Germans, you got these folks. You got everybody doing exactly the same thing I'm talking about. So that's not necessarily true. We just the ones that haven't done it yet on a large scale. That's all. Or even a small scale. So a lot of us there, but we just there as individuals. I'm gonna keep harping on that so you can really understand what I'm saying. We there as individuals where they move in the same areas when they get there. So you're gonna go to whole Lebanese communities. Same thing I'm talking about. And so there ain't gonna be no breaking into their stuff because they got people to protect their stuff, watch their stuff. So ain't gonna be no breaking into their stuff. Nobody bothering their stores, none of that, because they got security guards. They got security guards at the gate. They got them in the back. They got cameras. They got dogs. Yep. Every place ain't like Liberia. So that wouldn't be a good argument. Sierra Leone is not Liberia. Ghana is not Liberia. Okay? Totally different. Different language, different people, different everything, cultural, everything is different. So you can't bring that in it. That's like saying Black Wall Street, what happened there, right? What happened everywhere. No, we don't know that. Well, right now, that's not happening. You go to Ghana, it's at least 10, probably almost 15,000 people from America that live in Ghana now. Most problem I've ever heard there is that one folks, the ladies that got killed. Other than that, I've heard folks just basically being taken advantage of for their money, for the buying double bubble on the land. That's all I've heard. I've heard a few break-ins happening. More reason why we need to have a community. If you got a community of 100 of so folks, and we all are doing our entrepreneurial thing and working together, it'll be harder. It'll be very hard for anybody to bother that, let alone folks who don't have that type of wherewithal. Because you figure Black Wall Street had all those millionaires. They just didn't have a muscle. They didn't have no muscle. Yeah, they didn't have no muscle. That's what I'm proposing. We're going to have muscle. So once folks see that we're building a community and we got muscle, we ain't going to have no problem. So I don't know what you're talking about. Sierra Leone is not Liberia. They don't even have the same history at all, period. Yeah, it'll break out, but we need to be the ones that ahead of it, because we have an experience like no others. Yeah, we need to be the ones that spearhead it, because nobody has a shared experience like us. If you're over there as an individual, then yeah, it's going to be easy for you to be picked up. That's why I told you about the ladies who got killed. They went over there as some individuals, no muscle, talking crazy to folks, even though they probably was in the right. It went left, and they not here no more. And I don't think it would have went like that. It would have went like that if it was 10 guys like us over there. It'd have been a whole different scenario. Yeah, it did, but it wasn't their war though. That's what I'm saying. That's the reason why it went the way it did. And it ended the way it did. You have a lot of wars that spill over into other nations. But that was 20 years ago. What they got to do with today? They ain't at war right now, and it don't look like they're gonna be at war anytime soon. So, what we worry about what happened 20 years ago? We should be learning from our past mistakes. We fight each other right here in this country. Yep. We're at war with one another right here. Civil war going on right now in America with us. So, I mean, eventually we'll get it together. Some of us are going to get out of the war. That's how it is over there. They don't want no more war. Neither do the Liberians. They don't want no more war. They didn't have their wars. That might scare some people, but it don't scare me because they're not fighting in Liberia. We can go back there anytime we feel like it, right now, and be accepted 100%. Right now in Liberia, no problem. Now, that might scare some of you all, but it ain't scaring me. They don't. I already know. I didn't talk to some of the Liberians. They ain't got no problem with us. We ain't got no problem with them. The war is over with. It's been over with 20-something years ago. Same thing with Sierra Leone. The war been over 20 years. Ain't no fighting going on. Now it's about trying to have some prosperity. They sick of war. Guy just making donuts. What the heck is he doing? That's why I like to get here early so I can get parked so these clowns won't mess around and tear up nothing. They known to tear up something. I saw 2 trucks that hit each other today on the highway. One of them was burst into flames. I was like, oh my God. This dude you see him just making donuts. What the hell is he doing? I don't even think he know what he doing. He did all that. They just, what is this? This is what I'm talking about. Crazy. But okay, anybody got any questions? U.S. is at war with us secretly, and we don't know it. We know it. We know something is wrong. Some of us do. That's why we gotta walk on eggshells, stay out of these folks' way. That's why I want to get up out of here quick as I can, but take some money. Any questions? Go and jump off. I just want to come and show my face, talk about envy, so we can learn how to prevent that. At least know what it is and know the many forms that it comes in. And that we're trying to do something positive here. So we're gonna have a lot of folks that wanna, don't want to see that. But anyway, if y'all got some good value out of this, y'all go to the Cash App, pledge a little something. It's $ Rakin Khaliq, and that's RAKIN KHALIQ. Again, that's $ RAKIN KHALIQ, or you can go to patreon.com/GoHamLifestyle, or you can always email me, gohamtrucking@gmail.com. Go back to Africa and leave the fallen angels alone. Their time is up. Absolutely, Daniel. I'll give you credit. You're right. I've been wanting to go back. It's just that You get distracted by all this hoopla over here. And if I had been thinking 20 years ago, I should have been trying to get out 20 years ago. You know? When I used to have tons of money and didn't know what to do with it. You know? But now's the time. It's the time and the season, a rhyme and a reason. Now's the time to go. So, nobody got any more questions. Right? Hopefully y'all taking care of y'all DNA. And email me. You want to go to the African continent for the next trip? Look at my community tab. Let's see the brochure for the fourth homecoming to Sierra Leone. We're leaving in December. So y'all let me know if y'all trying to go. You gotta go with some papers. You gotta go with some papers. I'm not sure I understand what you mean. Yeah, but we're looking to make a move sooner than later. But I'm gonna send a Titus message to find out what those background checks are gonna cost. So anybody that's trying to make this December trip, definitely get at me so we can start. We can get everything that you need to start getting ready, and then we can start worrying about the payment money. Oh yeah, well, absolutely. When do you give me a call? I think you sent your number already. I'll give you a call. Run it down to you. I gotta set up the WhatsApp. We'll call you. Hopefully you're on WhatsApp because we're gonna be setting up the WhatsApp. So if you're not on WhatsApp, make sure you go download. Everybody go download WhatsApp to your phone, and I'll call you. I'll set it up so I can call you on WhatsApp. That way we can start setting up a group chat and start getting everybody on page. You should be just go to your app store and type in WhatsApp. 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 Download it from the App Store. That way it's already on your phone. So then when I call you, it'll already go through. WHATS. WhatsApp. All together. APP. WhatsApp. Everybody go download it who don't have it. So I can start, because if I got your number in the email, then I could just put it in WhatsApp and call you. That way we can set the group chat up, and then everybody that wants to go, we'd be able to communicate together, so I ain't got to be having 50 different conversations. I could just hit everybody on the WhatsApp at the same time or leave a message on there for everybody to get. Just makes it easier, that's all. But let me jump off here. Love y'all guys. It's getting dark now, so we're gonna say peace and hair grease, or peace and black power.